Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And you're on the air with Power Squared. Tonight we're going to do one of those kind of shows we look at our own stuff. We're going to talk about our YouTube channel where all of these videos that we do on Twitch go after a few days. But there's other things on our channel that we thought we'd just look at the top videos and just sort of talk about the kind of content we have.
Yeah.
And do we remember these videos? Things like that. Because there's some that I kind of like, I don't remember that. So, anyway, you okay with that?
Yeah. All right, so we're not going to be seeing the channel on screen.
No.
Just so people watching understand.
But you can always find us at Power Squared on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you want to play along. So we're going to, the biggest viewership we've had on a video, we're not going to talk about because that's an outlier. And
yeah. But apart from that,
OAPS number.
We're just not looking at promo videos.
Right. Okay. The top non-video then would be OAPS number 129, Kickstarter cover discussion from March of 2022. It had 2,200 views.
Why?
Yeah, no idea. I don't even remember the conversation, but I guess Rachel and Julia were part of it. And I guess we were talking about the second Kickstarter that we did with Artith Merrick.
Yeah.
And trying to, I guess talk about the decision on the cover, because I don't think we actually discussed that on anything. We just probably talked about the cover.
Yeah.
And that had 2,200 views.
Yeah.
Which is an outlier in and of itself for most of our content. But do you remember that at all?
I don't really remember what we talked about. I mean, from what I could see from the description, we were talking about cover ideas, but I don't remember how that discussion went.
Yeah. But obviously people liked it, so 2,200 views.
Yeah.
So it's a big drop from that to the next one, which is the...
Our 16th comic book club was Happy Conicos Kill Our Life.
Yeah, and that was 380 views. That's a little bit of a surprise, too. We do every month or so, we do a comic book club.
Yeah.
We talk about a comic book or a manga that we read. Usually it's just the single volume of something.
Yeah.
And sometimes this one hit big.
Yeah.
Any idea why?
Probably hype for an adaptation.
Okay.
That's all I can think of.
And who suggested that one?
Julia.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of a big one for those. Again, we do one every month or so. We're doing Grommet on the next one.
Grommet, yeah.
Grommet, sorry, on the next one. We're doing hopefully in October, so that's something to look forward to. But yeah, that was really big.
Yeah. The next one would be Power Squared promo, but that's just the trailer that we autoplay when you visit the channel.
So
please
visit. This used to be our biggest video, and this is OAPS number 68, A Christmas Conversation with Sue Price. And that has 193 views.
Yeah.
It used to be like the top one for a long time.
Yeah.
Sue Price was somebody that we met at the Valley Comic Book Convention.
Yeah. Our first one.
Yes, our first convention. And she was sort of catty-cornered across from us. And she nicely came over because nobody was visiting our table. And came over and asked about the comic book. And she's been sort of a fan ever since.
Yeah.
And we tried to pay back that by having her on the show. And she was an actress in some, I'll say, B movies, kind of. And she was a bodybuilder before that. So a very interesting person. But yeah, she must have a lot of fans out there.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Sue.
Then the next two are taste tests.
Yeah. We started doing taste tests from going to Galco.
Yeah.
Which is a pop soda shop in Eagle Rock.
Yeah.
And we bought a bunch of different flavors, and we were trying them. And you started doing. We kind of have you the host of these taste tests that we do, and those have continued and broadened out from just being soda pop. That we do still do those, but these were different ones.
Yeah. So this one, which has 160 views, is lead versus mold, Lunchables versus Lunchly taste test special. No, I think that one only got a lot of views because Mr. Beast.
Okay.
And that was more of a impromptu taste test that I decided to do because at a grocery store near us, they had both.
Right.
So I thought, why not? I couldn't get the same pizza for both of them.
Right.
So I approximated.
And do you remember which one you preferred?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But I do remember bringing up that since I had done a couple taste tests involving Mr. Beast product before, between then and doing the lead versus mold, I kind of didn't like Mr. Beast as much.
Okay.
Because of associating himself with Logan Paul and KSI.
Okay.
And then just...
And the mold and lead was...
Well, because Lunchables there was reports about having lead.
Which is harmful.
Yeah. And with Lunchly, there was a thing about how the pizza could have moldy cheese.
Okay.
And we don't know... I don't know the exact story on that. It's been suggested that that started because someone had a vendetta against him.
Okay.
But in any case, they played off of that.
All right.
I think either way, it's just you shouldn't eat those regularly.
No.
I think that was my ultimate conclusion.
We're not recommending, and we do a taste test, that you consume these in mass quantities either.
Yeah.
But, so...
In general, Lunchables is more of a occasional snack than it is an actual proper lunch.
But people do, some
Yeah.
kids do take those to school.
Yeah.
Okay, and so the next taste test, it also involved Mr. Beast.
Yeah, it was a formula comparison. That has 118 views. The formula comparison is his Feastables bars. He changed the formula at one point. And it was also because a grocery store near us happened to have both formulas, so I decided, why not?
Yeah.
And then that is sometimes how these start. With that one, I think I ended up preferring the newer formula, but I later said in the lead versus mold video that honestly just eat British chocolate instead.
Yeah.
Because British candy just can taste really good.
Yeah, we've had some at a British shop nearby. Okay.
So, again, I think that one got a lot of hits because you just have to put Mr. Beast in the thumbnail or just talk about a Mr. Beast product.
And he is in the thumbnail, so...
Yeah.
We're not above
Yeah.
these other people. Okay, so we did some videos about the characters in PowerSquared.
Yeah.
And the one with the highest viewership is Who is Jennifer Perry? Who, if you're, of course, you're reading the comic book and you know that is Eli's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that was actually, the voice was done by Rachel Wells.
Yes.
And that is, and there are several on the list of these videos, but that's the highest rated one.
Yeah.
And again, I love Jennifer, but she's a kind of a secondary character.
Yeah.
You think it's because she's blonde?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. But,
either way, we're glad for the
yeah, and
attention.
please continue to watch them. And you can link to them on our website as well. Then we
used to do also a week in PowerSquared.
right, which was a lot of coverage. for nothing. But we stopped doing that about the time we started doing this show
Yeah.
or this
Well,
podcast.
Yeah, we used to do both, and then we decided we only need to do one.
Right. Yeah.
It was like, what can we really add with?
Right. And so we used to do a week in Power Squares or AWPS.
Yeah.
And on that one was about Scooby-Doo?
Scoob.
Scoob.
It was May 2020, so it was early pandemic
Right.
when you had to buy Scoob digitally to watch it.
Right. We did that.
Yeah. According to this description, from what I can see, it was $20 to $25, depending on how high you went.
Right.
Like HD or like UHD.
Well, there's sort of, I mean, at that point, it was cheaper than getting COVID, but $25. There's something called premium VOD, which is kind of what this is, or would have been in a normal circumstance. We put a movie in the theater and you make it available on VOD pretty soon after.
Yeah.
And you charge $20 to $25.
Hey, that's how much it would cost to see it.
Yeah, well, that's one single person to see it.
Yeah.
And that was something when I was working at Sony, I know they were trying to sort of pioneer the idea of this premium VOD.
Yeah.
Sort of before the run is over. But during the pandemic, that was the way a lot of stuff got released. It was directly to
Yeah.
VOD.
Yeah.
And did we like Scoob?
I think it was just okay. It could have gone further with some things. Like they tried to have. It seemed like they had something in there that was like the connection between the human and dog, because they also had Blue Falcon and Dynamite,
Okay.
I believe, and they tried to do something with that, but it didn't go anywhere meaningful.
Okay.
And Simon Cowell is in it
Oh, yeah.
because now I'm the adult they're trying to appeal to.
So we did a lot of A Week in Power Squared, and this is I think the one that actually ranks on our list here. But so that was a review of Scoob.
Yeah, or that was in there.
We've also done some tributes to anniversaries.
Yeah,
and this was kind of yours and Trevor's idea.
Yeah.
Was to do a 21st anniversary nod to
Ice Shield 21. And actually, it's the 21th anniversary.
Yes, yes, 21. That was actually very well received.
Yeah.
For our little channel.
Yeah. Well, I think people like us are just thirsting for Ice Shield.
Right. And we
it's still one of my favorite manga. So it was fun to be able to talk about and indulge in that for a bit.
Now, every year since we've been doing this show, I guess I'll say, we usually do videos about going to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Whether we're attendees or last year we were, tabling there. But we do at least one or two videos about the experience.
Yeah.
And you do the other these separate from the show.
Yeah.
Is this one.
Yeah. Or the 2024 haul. That actually came out of my laptop was a decade old by then, so I was fighting it. I might be talking about 2023 now, but
no, we bought these at the end of last year.
Right. Anyway, with the first one or two hauls was because I was fighting old laptop to edit video in a timely fashion, and I wasn't going to be able to I wanted to originally incorporate that into the larger Comic-Con video, but then I decided to just make that its own separate video, so it's something I can put up, and then I can keep working on the main video. And then I decided to just keep doing that.
And haul videos are basically all the stuff that you got.
Yeah.
Either because of preview night exclusives or just during the show.
Yeah.
So a lot of money goes into those videos. Okay. So that's... again,
those.
San Diego is Comic-Con is part of what we do, so I'm glad
Yeah.
we're able to.
It's cool to see the enthusiasm on those.
Yes.
And then I guess this will be the 10th thing we talk about
Yes.
here. I don't know how much further you want to go, but
Keep on for a while.
this one is. I called it. I spent $600 in Silent Hill because I did.
All right.
I got into Silent Hill at the wrong time. I had a copy of Silent Hill 2 for years, and then I eventually decided I'm actually going to play this. So I played it, and I loved it, and then I wanted to try the other games, and Silent Hill got expensive because just retro gaming in general went up. And then, PS2 horror games especially went up. And then COVID happened and prices went up again. So that was about when I was trying to get the games.
Right. So
for a couple of them, I ended up paying more than I probably should have. But one I managed to get cheaper than everywhere else. So that was cool. So I originally planned something more elaborate, but I wasn't able to pull it off because of a lack of follow through, or was a little too ambitious for what I would have been able to do. So I decided to instead do a Scott the Woz style video, or at least a Scott Stash channel, and that was a good way to get that out. And it was algorithmic synergy with the Silent Hill revival. So since I had made that video, I've played Silent Hill 2 remake, and I am soon going to start playing Silent Hill F.
Okay.
And I'd also played Short Message, but I didn't put Short Message in that video because I was talking about pre-revival Silent Hill.
Right. Okay.
I can see it's got a like and I guess a dislike, but it's okay to disagree.
There's no accounting for taste.
Yeah.
But the idea is that someone watched it and actually had an opinion.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of these videos never get comments. So
yeah, but it's good. It's good to have an opinion even if you disagree.
Right. Okay.
So
next we get back into another one, actually a couple of the Who Is. We have two of them. Who is Eli Powers and Who is Mocha.
Yeah.
Eli was voiced by Trevor and Mocha was voiced by Julia Cannon.
Yeah.
I'm always impressed that we created a character that somebody really likes. Even if it's somebody that works on the project, but it's still kind of cool. So these were basically trying to, little videos that we've actually reused at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
The videos of the video of it, not the audio, but they're sort of just little introductories to who are these characters and give you a little backstory and we've kind of done them pretty much on in-house, I'll say.
Yeah.
And then on our 80th podcast, we had Gamal Hennessy on, who was having a book out at the time on Kickstarter about comic book marketing. And he was on the show, and I think that went pretty well.
Yeah.
He was, and we. The cool thing is about, at least, I don't know if this is everybody, but Gamal, like every time he sees us, he remembers us, and he remembers Power Squared and all the stuff. So it's really cool. I really appreciate the fact that I kind of feel like we made at least an acquaintance. If not, I don't think we're like hard and fast friends, but I do like the fact that he remembers us every time we see him.
Yeah.
And he meets a lot of people bigger than us.
Yeah. I also want to mention while we're kind of around there with the Who Is videos, I really think now I could have edited them a lot better. That was when I was more amateurish at it. But I've improved a lot, so...
Okay. My favorite story about Gamal was I was at a panel at Comic-Con, and he was, I don't think was necessarily on the list of people that were going to be there. He was invited to be on the panel, and he ended up being the only panelist.
Yeah.
Everybody else couldn't make it, and so he just nonchalantly carried on and did the whole thing like had been planning it all the whole time.
Yeah.
Very very professional. Very I was very impressed by that. He could just do that off the cuff.
Yeah.
I would be more panicky, I guess. He's really good at it.
Yeah.
All right, and going back to halls.
Yeah, 2023 haul, that was when I was fighting a 10-year-old laptop.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then right behind that is a look at Comic-Con. And these aren't shows. Yeah, 2023 Comic-Con. Yeah. We were still attendees. And do you find it more fun to be an attendee or to have actually tabled?
Well, that's actually a good question. I think in general I have more fun as an attendee because I could just be just indulge in my inner geek, but or inner fan, and with being behind the table, it was new. It was a pretty new experience at Comic-Con, so it was kind of a rough start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned a lot from that.
And it was, it was frustrating and rewarding at the same time.
Yeah.
You feel very. One of the cool things about Comic-Con is walking around and seeing everything and going to panels and all that, and you seem very locked at the table.
Yeah.
You're attached to it. You can't really. Yet somebody has to be there the whole time, or should be there the whole time. I think somebody was there except for we went to have lunch on Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, there was more freedom as an attendee.
Yeah.
But being behind the table also still had its own benefits. We got to meet people a different way.
Yeah, we were applying again for trying to table again next year. I think that was none of these conventions have been financially rewarding.
You don't necessarily table because you're trying to.
No, but I mean, it was the most. We made the most money there than we've made anywhere else.
Yeah.
Not enough to cover the table, but and it's part of trying to grow a fan base. You have to be someplace where people are going who are looking, hopefully, for comic books.
Yeah. Well, it's largely marketing.
Right, and we were. I think we did pretty well, also considering we had less than 3 weeks' notice to show up.
Yeah.
So I give us a certain amount of credit for finding out on July 3rd. We're supposed to be someplace July 25th.
Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't Don one where he was confirmed day of.
Yeah. Right.
So he was just like, nah.
Yeah. Hey, we got an opening. You want to come down?
For just not doing it.
Yeah. No, that's a little too late.
Yeah. Way too short notice.
Yeah.
I will mention also with the SDCC 2023 video, and the thumbnail is Bash the Pinata.
Right.
It's a fursuiter that I went out of my way to meet because it was, you got a picture with because the design was very endearing.
All right. So the next one is a little bit of surprise. Steve D. Gordon.
Yeah. The character designer for X-Men Evolution, which I've said is my favorite X-Men series.
Right. And he was a really nice. Again, he's somebody that recognizes us at conventions.
Yeah. Because
we had him on the show, and he's been really super nice to us. He was a very, very open guest, very cool guy.
Yeah.
It was really cool to have him on the show. We get back to another Comic-Con video.
Yeah.
which was from 2019. It's maybe, well, it's not the oldest, but close to it. Videos on this little list. And it's Welcome to LineCon, which, if you've never been to Comic Con, it's basically you go from one line to a line to a line
Yeah.
to a line to a line, which is part of the experience.
That was the last pre-COVID Comic Con.
Right.
I think that was also one where we tried to vlog on site, and then I edited it together later, and then I think after that we did post narration.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Again, one of the cool things about doing a comic book is you get to go to Comic Con, and we had been going long before we actually started doing a comic book. But I think it's part of it's a. I think a lot of people would like to go to Comic Con, but don't get an opportunity. So
Yeah.
it's nice to sort of talk about what the experience was like.
Yeah. Then after that is one of the oldest.
Yeah, we the first videos we ever did were at Galaxy of Comics, and Scott Frazina would interview us,
Yeah.
and I was the first person he interviewed of the three of us,
Yeah.
and it was kind of done in the I don't even think that that part of the story exists anymore. And so it was sort of him just asking us questions, and we put them up on as videos. I don't appreciate. Julia said I look like Larry David in the video, in the little thumbnail, which I really don't appreciate. But not that he's not, I'm sure, a funny guy and everything. I just don't think I look like Larry David. But that was one of the first videos I think we put up.
Yeah, and just in general, this is the thought from, like, you're your own biggest critic, but man, we could have done earlier videos better.
Yeah. Well, again, we're learning. We could have done, we don't love the first 5 issues either.
No, but we've gotten better, I think,
Yeah.
with content creation.
Yeah.
So it's harder for me to look back at the older stuff.
You're right. Now, part of it is it's a learning experience. We would shoot, yeah, our videos could have been better.
Yeah.
But they are what they are, and going to carry forward.
We made a video about
Superman, Max Fleischer's Superman cartoons. And this is the first time I think we've had a copyright strike.
Yeah, which was because I decided to try to use the music from the cartoon at the end as outro, because I thought that would be really neat, and then someone was just like, nah. So we just didn't dispute it, partly because we're not monetized, so it doesn't really matter, and then also it's a lot of the time it's just not worth fighting. It can be just not worth fighting it.
But that was kind of I think watching those, at least the early ones,
Yeah.
in particular.
Yeah, the ones actually made by Fleischer Studios.
Right.
Those were really good.
Some of the later ones were not.
Some of the second batch was more war propaganda.
Well, yeah,
So
and there was a war
not,
going on.
and they're not as good.
But we did, I think, really find those very entertaining, and wanted to at least share that we had watched those and recommend them if you had a chance. And which we decided against. I think it was the Blu-rays were too bright or something.
The Blu-ray was awful. So that one Blu-ray was really awful because it was super washed out, and then it had this watermark in the corner for some reason. And
So we recommended the DVDs, I believe, at the time.
yeah, and then we were like, "Wow, the DVD actually is way better."
So yeah, so again, that was a very interesting, and it's sort of a way different take on Superman than you see in the movies.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to do that type of video again in the future.
Right.
Now that we're looking at that,
And then we get around to who is Marty Powers?
which was voiced by me.
That was the first one we did
Yes.
of these.
and I still really think I could have done it better.
Well, we're basically taking a lot of images that we had pulled from the books
Yeah.
and kind of put them together to make the video.
Yeah, but again, the editing is. I was okay with the editing at the time, but since I've learned a lot more about video editing and gotten more into doing it, I just see it really amateurish.
Well, don't beat yourself up too much. But
And it's like, the artist only sees their mistakes.
yes, and once you put something out, you go, oh, I could have done that better. Or I could have done that. Or,
I think that's something that people who create would understand more.
right. And
So it was like 20. Did you want to keep going?
well, let's see if there's anything interesting on here. We had another comic book club. We had a conversation with David Peterson. That was our first time we talked to him.
Yeah.
Yes, that was 2 hours, and we had to stop the interview because he would have gone on for 3.
Yeah.
And we did have him back on for another hour or so later after this last Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I enjoyed talking to him. I've read. I'm not the big fan of the family of his stuff, but I had read his work.
Yeah.
And it's good, and he's a very fascinating person to talk to.
Yeah. So I did a video that was how to write a comic book, which was an attempt at creating an evergreen video.
Right. And it's only 5.5 minutes long. And I'm sure a lot of people have learned how to do it from there. Yeah, I forgot what, and I mean, that's from 2020. It's not even on the air with or whatever.
No.
It's just a little, having something evergreen.
Yeah.
Our 100th show was Carla Hoke.
Yes. Who wrote Fight Right.
We had met her through Writer's Digest novel
Writing conference.
and she was a speaker there talking about writing fight scenes, and you actually saw her
Yeah, and she was really good at doing that.
And she's one of these masters of all the stuff. You do not want to get into a fight with her.
No.
And she was very gracious about. I thought she would be good for Comic-Con to have a little panel talking about how to write fight scenes.
Yeah.
And just Comic-Con on there, for whatever reason, did not pick up on it.
Yeah.
But she was nice enough, and she came on the show and talked about her book and talked about comic books and things like that.
Her book is actually really good.
Yes, and we would recommend the book, Fight Right.
Yeah.
And we have, who is Professor Theorem?
It was voiced by Sue Price.
Yes, yeah. We brought her into actually, and I think she did a good job.
But also, there's also an OAPS where it was about Bluey.
Yes.
Actually, I titled it, this episode of OAPS is called Bluey.
Bluey, yeah.
Because that's what they say in the show.
Right. And
that was after we saw Bluey's big play.
Right. And I was surprised how good that was. And because it's not a play like you would normally think of. But it was done very well, and it kind of made you cry at the end. It wasn't very long either.
Yeah.
But it was a very, very well done derivative of the series.
Yeah. Then I was really hyped for the finale of Metalocalypse, so there was an OAPS where I talked about the show, which I recommend, and Death Album 4, I managed to I was part of the accidental early shipment, so I also talked about Death Album 4, and I do think that's a good Death album.
Okay.
Brendan Small's best work is probably Galacticon 2, but Death Album 4 is still like up there to me.
Okay.
Again, I genuinely think he's one of those musicians who manages to get better with every release.
Okay, and the final one of the top 30
Yeah.
was kind of a really cool thing because you've been doing taste tests, and we had gone to see
Deadpool and Wolverine.
and in the lobby of the theater, or not in the lobby, but And at the concessions, they were
Yeah.
offering these different flavored drinks
Yeah.
based on the characters, and we shot it there in the theater.
Yeah. It was very on the spot.
Kind of guerrilla taste test.
Yeah. And there was the two flavors were there. I probably wasn't going to be able to see those again. And there was pretty much no one around, so I felt less embarrassed about doing it. So we were like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
So for like a minute.
Yeah, it was very short, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was kind of a cool little of the moment
Yeah.
kind of a thing. So I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it sort of shows a variety of things that we've done,
Yeah.
including stuff about our own show, interviews with people,
Yeah.
comic book reviews, and taste tests.
Yeah.
So it's kind of there's a wide range of things on the channel.
Yeah.
That hopefully people will check out.
Yeah.
As when they'll check this one out as well.
Right. So if you're watching this on YouTube later, you like this, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. And
If you're looking for a silent fidget toy,
then use our code Marty and Eli, save 10% off your purchase at getono.com.
all right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.